On everybody, thank you for tuning in to another edition of On the Road to Victory. I am your host, Jimmy Smith, and I right now am watching the NFL Draft. Now, I appreciate you all taking the time. I apologize, today was crazy. Of course, did not get off earlier, even on time. So, of course, I am pushing everything to the limit here. Wanted to be here at 8:15, obviously a little bit late. We see a few picks have been made. Abdul Carter just going to the Giants, as we talked about. It's a no-brainer for them. I don't know why you wouldn't add him with Brian Burns. Going to be a nasty combination there. We'll see if Thibodeau can continue to develop, but that's a great pick for him. You saw the Jaguars traded for Travis Hunter, so some crazy stuff already happening. But I appreciate you guys. Got home, was able to get a shower. Obviously, we're going to be here for a little while, so wanted to get that over with. But we're going to talk about everything that goes down here tonight, and then we'll wait for those Eagles to pick. So I'm pumped up. You guys can let me know how you're feeling. You excited about this draft? You feeling antsy? You think we move up, back? What's on your mind here? Let me know. But let's effing go Birds. I appreciate you tuning in, Tiffany, and everybody else who takes the time here tonight. We're going to be here. And we're going to watch who, drops. Some of these guys maybe go a little higher than we thought. But there's a lot of really good players here that I think that, we're going to be just fine no matter who we take. Philadelphia Eagles are going to win back-to-back Super Bowls. I'm going to keep saying it. I really am going to solidify, this dynasty talk I've been talking about since before last year's draft. But I think it's up to the Eagles to go do that right here, right now. So I'm hopeful for that. And either way, I'm going to have a good time because I'm pumped up about this. I hope you guys are too. We're down here in my living room. We're watching it. I don't want to get in trouble, so I can't really turn the TV up, but I'll try to not only watch that, but look at my phone, see if I can find any updates from the people I follow, maybe give you a little something before it comes out. But I want to do it like we did last year. I'll have the ticker down here at the bottom showing you guys, the things that have happened so far. And clearly, you see there at the bottom, I had it together, and then the Giants had picked Abdul Carter. So, yeah, man, I think either way, again, things aren't going any crazy. We knew Hunter would probably go number 2. You saw some talk before the draft started that the Jaguars were trying to move up. They did just that. They got themselves Travis Hunter to go with Trevor Lawrence and Brian Thomas, last year. But they also get themselves a guy that can play corner. So we'll see where they decide, his best fit is. But it's either way, some good picks, some no-brainer picks, though. And I'm going to do my best to get this ticker rolling here. And then also give you guys, the best available, things like that. Just to, give you something to look at in case you're not watching any of those shows that have this stuff. But I appreciate you that do want to tune in here and have a good time. We obviously talk a lot about this stuff and try to get ourselves prepared for whatever happens. But again, we got Howie Roseman in control here. So for me, I'm not stressing in any way, shape, or form. I'm pretty excited about this draft. You saw the show, and if you didn't, I talked about my top fits and why I felt, certain ways about certain players, blah, blah, blah. But I talked about the fact that I would be perfectly fine with a lot of people. Now, when you're at pick 32, a lot of things can happen before, that pick. So it's kind of, really a crapshoot there. But again, loads of talent in this draft. And I think that the Eagles know what they're doing and they'll come away with someone pretty awesome. But you guys can let me know who you hope that is, whatever's on your mind. Love to hear from you guys. Hope you had a great day. Sorry that I told you, there's no way I was getting off early. I knew things were going to be chaotic and just driving me insane. The fact that I had to be a little bit late getting home and then to try to finish the couple things I needed for this, it was really awesome. I'm not going to lie to you. But let me know how you're feeling, guys. I'm trying to figure out or finish up this little ticker for the last half of the draft, but figured we could get this one rolling down here at the bottom. And I didn't even have a chance to really get my computer right, anything like that. I'm all over the place here, so bear with me. I really thought I was going to have some more time here. Of course, I mean, that's the story of my life. We all know. The way the TV changes colors and it changes me is really pissing me off. Welcome to my life, but that'll be changing here real soon. Cannot wait to get a new computer. This thing blows. And at pick 32, our Philadelphia Eagles. So, got that done. Okay, so I think I got that all set up. I'll see if I messed anything up there. But yeah, you see the first few picks. Now we're going to wait for the rest and talk about whatever the hell you guys want to talk about. Chelsea just got home, so told her she's going to have to be joining us here at some point. But I will be popping in now. I'm going to, get some thing to eat. I'm also going to talk to her for a minute. I'm going to do some things throughout this, just like last year, but I'll be here no matter what, man. You guys have questions, comments, whatever it is, dude. I'm here for you. I'm ready to rock and roll. I'm ready to fix this lighting because, boy, is that annoying. So if I crank it up, holy shit. Is that better? Can you guys like not blinded by the light here? Holy sh. Yeah. So let me pop over here. We got a couple of comments. Let me jump over here. But Tiffany, I appreciate you tuning in and pick Starks. Yeah, I know a lot of people like Malachi Starks, Walter Nolan, Jihad Campbell. You guys saw my guy last night on the show, Trey Amos. But I've talked about it, man. Whether you get Shamar Stewart or Xavier Watts or Amanawore or Starks, or there's a lot of players out here that I feel I'm going to be perfectly happy about no matter what goes down here. So, yeah, man, I would not be against Starks at all. Go effing Birds. And, yeah, let's go. My man Vaughn, appreciate you, dude. Today was really crazy. I was hot as shit. I'm like already burnt. My Irish ass is turning red already. But, dude, all I could think about was these draft picks. I'm like, okay, so if this guy falls, like, what if we trade up? What if we do get Walter Nolan? Well, what if James Pierce is there? And my brain just ready to explode. I'm pumped up, though, man. I'm really excited here. We'll see who the Patriots take here. But, man, Patriots brought in, that's right, Stephon Diggs, got Harold Landry there with Mike Vrabel. No surprise. But, oh, my God, I'm so glad it's finally just here, dude. And we'll do this again tomorrow when I get off work. We'll talk about rounds 2 and 3. And then, of course, on Saturday, we'll have a live stream as much as I can, and we'll talk about everything that goes down there. So, yeah, man, just keep tuning in if you are a diehard. So, all you diehards, you sickos, let me know how you're feeling here. You surprised at all yet? All that's really happened that's surprising is Jack. Oh, Will Campbell. Damn. Okay. He's probably the best tackle. I talked about it, Membu, the guard. I don't think that was, I think he could go to the Jets. But the Patriots, they obviously want a little bit of help, want to protect their quarterback. And good for them, man. Drake May getting a little protection there. So, hey, I'm always down when guys I don't care about are coming off the board. And you saw last year was really weird. Remember, it was just like offense, and it just kept going. And Quinyon Mitchell dropped and Cooper DeJean. That was favorite draft of all time. So, hey, just strap in. You never know what's going to happen here. Trying to get these damn things together for you. I wanted to have like the top available and all that stuff, dude. And I'm not happy. We'll just put it that way. But it is what it is, man. I am going to try my best to do this while we talk. So, again, let me know how you're feeling about this. Who do you think goes here next to the Browns? They're probably going to get somebody they liked anyway. That would be the reason, you trade your number 2 pick, you get something in return, and you probably get somebody talented that you were already a fan of. So good for them. Dude, I can't type. I can't. Just falling apart. I'm sorry, I'm losing it. But let me jump over here in a second. If I can just type, that would be awesome. Dude, why do these guys have to have like names that are just longer than Long John Silver's, dude? Just holy hell. I'm sitting here trying to give you the top available, and by the time I'm done, they're not even going to be available because I've got to type out. Dude, this is ridiculous how much I do here with just the random stuff that is probably just not necessary. But love you guys, and I want you to enjoy yourselves. So I try to give you as much info as I possibly can. See, now this sucks because if I put the numbers, then every time someone gets drafted, I'm going to have to move up every single one of them. Let's not do that. So we're going to get rid of the numbers. That'll probably make it a little bit easier. You guys tell me what you think it looks like. If it's acceptable or not. You'll have to let me know. I'm sorry. I promise you I'll be a little more attentive in a second here. I just need to make sure I get this done. Okay. Holy Hanigans. All right, running backs, for some reason, was the first position that got grabbed. So there you see it. Top available running backs, Ashton Jeanty of Boise State, Marion Hampton of North Carolina. I'm going to have to put like extra bars in there just to kind of differentiate from what is their school and name. And obviously you'll be able to figure it out, but just saying. All right, so I think that should give us enough space here to see the names and like schools spread out. So let me see here. Ashton Jeanty, Boise State, Marion Hampton, North Carolina. Okay, so try to do this for each position. If you guys have questions about, guys that are available, not available, stuff like that. Just a certain position you want to see, I want you to be able to have that. And obviously, you can use the internet, you can do whatever, but if you want to chill here with me, you got some questions, I'd like to be the one to help you out. So let's rock and roll, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, man, it's awesome that, we're the Super Bowl champs. So just remember that. That's why we're picking so low. And, yeah, we're going to miss out on a lot of great players, dual Carters, and I always hate watching them go to a rival. But we're the Philadelphia Eagles, man. Anybody can come get this work anytime, any day, baby. So, but yeah, it's going to be nerve-wracking. Like, oh, the draft started, and it's like, okay, anytime today. Liz, let's effing go. Hope you're pumped up. Hope you're ready for this. I know I am. The Browns picking. So, hey, man, I'm trying to stay calm, trying to stay in my zone here. That's a good pick. Mason Graham is a monster, so try to solidify that defense a little bit. And no, they just took Mason Graham, big D tackle out of Michigan there, the number 1 D tackle in this draft. So, yeah, man, it is what it is. But, yeah, I'm watching the draft. I'll have all the picks down here below. You guys don't have to let me know that stuff. I promise you I will see it all. I will get 7,000 notifications for it. But let me know who you guys like next. Who do you think? Give me some thoughts on this stuff, whatever's on your mind. But Graham lineup with dude, that's a pretty bestial man right there. Yo, dude, what's going on? Hope you're doing well. And it's a pretty good pickup, dude. I'm not gonna lie to you. The kid's a stud. Talking briefly about adding him with Brian Thomas on the offense. Holy shit. But giving yourself, that's quite an upgrade over Ronald Darby. Let's not kid ourselves. I think we Eagles fans know that. But hey, shout out to Darb helping us get a Super Bowl. But yeah, so we'll see how you guys use him. If he really does play both, or maybe just, as a defensive back that is used on offense. D'Angelo Hall, remember those days back in the day of the Falcons? He's a playmaker. So however they want to get him in on this stuff, it's going to be intriguing to see here. But hell yeah, man, a good pickup for you guys, and a lot of talent in this draft. So I'm really excited to, not only today, but this whole draft, man, I think is going to be a really, really fun ride. So we just got to strap in and get excited. So I'm just going to go off what ESPN has, because I'm not going to sit here and be like, okay, well, this guy's better than you. Already know my thoughts on it, dude. I'll tell you as we talk about it, or if I can catch it before I write it, I will definitely change things up. Or if I see somebody that I don't agree with, I may move it if I can, but I can't promise anything. So we've got 2, 3. Oh, Jalen Milroe is who I'm currently typing right here. I saw some wild stuff the other day there. The Eagles are going to draft him. Anything's possible, but give it a rest. Okay. Why would you not capitalize the O like I told you to? Now it's a P? You all right? Holy hell. But, okay. So now we've got a couple positions we can go through, right? We got the QBs. So we know Shador Sanders, Jackson Dart, Tyler Show. You see Jalen Milroe, Will Howard. So you've got some guys down there. I'm going to now fill this out. So, why did I just do that? When they say I'm a drifter, they ain't lying. How are you doing this? Come on, man. Just unreal, the stuff I see sometimes from this computer, this phone. Like, you guys are going to have to try a lot harder than that. Stop me. Ashton Genty going to the Raiders. Damn. He's pretty good. I think a really good pick. That was something I saw that was, out there, like, Raiders could be looking to add an offensive weapon. It's like, yeah, but if you suck, dude, and you don't have a quarterback, I'm not really sure what that's going to do for you. But more power to you, I guess, if you think, just adding skill players and not having a line or a defense or a quarterback or just anything. That would seem, kind of on par with, how the Raiders are run. I know they've got some new management there, but no doubt. I mean, he's a great player. I'm not saying it's a horrible pick or anything. It's just no doubt. No doubt. I'd love to just catch up for a second here so I could not feel like my head's going to explode. I'm just going to hit enter here and see what it looks like, because it's making my brain hurt here. Try to separate this a little more so actually read it. It's not just all jammed together there. I see there's 5 of those. That bothers me already. But yeah, dude, what a pickup for the Raiders there. And jump here. Where did I just see that? You will not evade me, boy. I will get you Told you. Nice try. Okay. All right. Now I feel more comfortable. I'll get back into the best available here shortly. But jump back over here. And yes, it'll be very interesting. I think, a great player who either side of the ball, he's going to be phenomenal. And yeah, I'm just saying, a good pick for sure. And Ashton Genty, what a good pick. I just watched him on the screen here. I mean, he's very talented. Lee, my man, let's effing go Birds. And no, they did. They took him here. He is, a very talented player, and this was obviously talked about for a while now that the Raiders could take him. Why not, man? You have no other players on your team, so you get somebody that excites the fans, and maybe you can build something around him. Maybe, Geno Smith really steps it up here and does his thing. I think, Geno's still got some left in the tank. Don't get me wrong when I say they don't have a quarterback, but just their future, you got Pete Carroll, so maybe he changes the culture, and I'm not here to tell you what they are or not, going to do. But look, man, I think, Genty's a stud. And that's pretty much as simple as that. Yeah, and that's it. How do you say no to that pick, right? Like when he's right there, you don't. I mean, yeah, exactly. And I think Pete Carroll, damn good coach. So I think, Geno, as I was just mentioning there, I think he's got a lot left in the tank and got to build around him. I know, obviously Devontae Adams is gone, but I mean, he was kind of, not working out there well, I would have to say. But yeah, I think Geno's going to do just fine, man. I think he's a pretty talented quarterback. And you got a whole draft ahead of you here. So, hey, man, I think, you just got to watch what happens here. And, by the end of it, maybe they've really turned this team around. It doesn't have to just be drafting. You could trade for players. You could sign people, off the streets, whatever it is. But, I think they didn't really add a wide receiver. So I don't know, man. We'll see what they do in this draft. They added Mostert on offense. I think that's about what I remember, but it is what it is. But Bowers and Genty's, and yeah, dude, and they, Brock Bowers is there. You are right. So I mean, you do have a stud at tight end, and you got two really effing good offensive playmakers there. So it's a good start, man. Build around it, find a receiver. You're off to the races, man. You get your defense right, and things like this aren't always like just changed overnight. You obviously need to do a bunch of things, and they're already doing it. So that's what you look at. Okay, hey, they're already doing this, doing that, doing whatever. I think off to a good start here, man. So good job, them. But that takes one of my best available off. So I'm really glad I did the running backs first, so that way I could go back in and delete something now. This sucks. I really wanted to be home, man, and be able to do this stuff, have it ready like we did last year. I really enjoyed that. But is what it is, man. Is what it is. Oh, son of a griffin. Now I got to go back to here. This is going to take 9 years. This is what we're going to do today. This is how you want to do it? Really? This is what we're doing, I guess, dude. Cam Scatibo is who I'm adding in now. Oh. Kid was fun to watch. All right. I don't even know if I'm going to do the best available because it's already... I feel like it's going to annoy me. But I will, and I will get it ready because tomorrow it will be enjoyable as well. Where do you think McMillan goes here? I saw a lot of stuff where they were saying he was going in like the 3rd pick and all kinds of weird stuff. You guys heard me talk about it. I think he's a damn good player, but I would take some of these other players and not think twice about it. I just think I differ from how people feel about him. It's just as simple as that. Same goes right here. I'm looking and it says Luther Burden is their like 6th best receiver. I don't agree with that. I think I'm putting him here as my number 3, and hell, he could be number 2. I really think he's that talented. So, well, we all differ in our opinions. So, we'll see. There are some really good receivers here, dude. There are a lot of talented people, man. Like, a lot. So, I'm excited about it. You heard me say the Jets will take Membu, right? Okay. Yeah, that seemed like a no-brainer. I talk about his short arms, something where like he needs to play guard, and I definitely think he can, and I think it's a good pick for them. It just makes sense. Athletic kid that he was my top lineman in this draft. We talked about it, but as I told you then, I wouldn't be surprised if Will Campbell went there. If somebody wanted more so a tackle that I believe will be a tackle, and not to say that this kid can't be, but yeah, that's just that was my thought process, throughout this thing. But good pickup for them. So no surprise there or anything. Is it pick 32 yet, guys? Because that'd be awesome. Let me add this. Oh, you suck. Okay. Boom. Got this updated. So what do you think about the Membu pick? Surprised? Not surprised. How you feeling so far? Carolina up next. A lot of damn players in this draft. Oh, man, it's lifelong. Yeah, no doubt, man. Having 2 skilled players like that, bringing in Geno Smith, having Pete Carroll, Tom Brady part of the ownership, you've got some bright spots there for sure, man. I really think a lot of talent in this draft, though. So I think a lot of people are going to be happy as long as they develop these players right. It's always about that right situation, man. The coaching, all that stuff, dude. We're the most talented wide receivers. Yeah, man. I talked about that during the pre-draft process. Off the field stuff is really what holds them back. And I see a lot of people putting them lower, but I try to stick to when I'm doing those rankings, their game. And then when we talk about the Eagles and, their fit or if they would be interested or, just stuff like that. But yeah, you guys know I was very high on Luther Burden. So whoever gets him is going to have themselves a pretty damn good player. JC, appreciate you tuning in. Glad to see you and everybody else. Yeah, Jalen Walker's a stud. I saw him in pretty much every mock draft I saw. People said Carolina was taking him. No doubt. Not sure, but he is good. I see that he's like the best available they have listed. We'll see, man. I don't think teams really, go by what that stuff says. But he's really talented. Just, I think, he's got the talent to play edge. But if you can really use him as that off-ball guy that, can blitz, can cover, can do things, I think Jalen Walker's an effing stud. So you want to take him in the top 10, go ahead. But as I talked about throughout this process, I was enamored by a lot of other players here that I think if I'm looking for a guy of that caliber, I think Jihad Campbell is honestly somebody I might consider. But it's more so like, what do you want, and what kind of defense are you running? All that stuff really matters. So, and I think they still got a Vero there, which is this very similar, defense to Vic Fangio. He runs his own style, though. Don't get me wrong; it's not really the same. I just mean like structure wise in odd fronts, even fronts, using versatile players like Jalen Walker. So I wouldn't be surprised if that is the pick, man. And I think it would be a good pick. Yeah, and Membu, that was you heard me just mention a couple minutes before the pick was made. Just to me the most talented offensive lineman. And I thought the Jets, that'd be a perfect spot for him. So I love it, man. And yeah, man, he's exactly what I was just talking about there. So, but you get a good player. It just kind of depends on what his fit is and if you feel you can develop him to where you need to. So, a lot of thinking goes into that stuff. And, some of these teams, well, they ain't thinking like the Eagles are. So, more power to them. But, let me roll through here. I'm trying my best to keep up with this thing here to the best of my ability. And I'm failing. I'm failing right now. That's how I feel. Okay. Man. Tyler Warren. Oh. Never gets him getting a stud. I think we all know that. But we also talked about Colston Loveland. That's another one that I like. I mean, he's decent. He could work on his blocking. I know a lot of people like Elijah Arroyo. Not exactly enamored with him. Mason Taylor. Not really that enamored with him either. If the Eagles take those guys, they are talented, and I believe in this team, like, to be able to develop players. But I think if you watch the shows, that those aren't like my top guys or anything like that. I think you can find, better, suited tight ends that you wouldn't have to use a high pick like that, So, yeah, McMillan went to the Panthers there. That's a good pick for them, man. Gunnar Helm in there. I like Gunnar Helm a lot. So, got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So, yeah, man. I think that McMillan, you heard me talk about him. He's a good receiver. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not like, if I'm a top 10 team, like, oh, I got to have this guy. Like, yes. So, no doubt, I'm trying to get another receiver for Bryce Young. Best of luck to him there in Carolina. But, yeah, no doubt. Again, I don't know, man. I like the kid. I think he's good. I think he'll be good in the NFL. But the way people were talking, I don't know. I think it just kind of threw me off because I don't know. I don't know. Just leave it at that. I don't want to downplay this kid. I don't like to sit here like, oh, this guy sucks, because I should too. I think he's really good. I just wasn't like, oh yeah, if I had a top 10 pick, oh yeah, give me McMillan. Unless you really need to get yourself a receiver, which I get it. Adam Thielen's 472 years old, and you want to build in a different direction. I think that's the smart thing to do here. gosh. So, if I could just get this together, that'd be great. All right. So, one, two, three, four. Why do I do this to myself? I really wish I could have got off on a good time today. But also, I wish I wouldn't have fallen asleep last night because I wanted to do a lot of things that I think I, could have really used being done rather than having to do them right now. So, not very happy, but it is what it is. Now, see, I disagree with all of this. I think Gray Zabel right now is the best offensive lineman that's left. But, that's just my opinion. Be here all day if I gotta wait for this shit. Holy hell. Let me hop over here to the Saints coming up. Kevin Banks, who I just wrote down. Phillies in the past, Abdul Carter says. Yeah, I feel the same way about you, brother. Just like with Micah Parsons or anybody else. Dude, I gotta turn off some of these notifications. Like, holy shit. I like to know everything and be ahead of the curve, but times like this, it's like, all right, dude, let's reel her in here. Please, for the love of God. I'm just going to take out that number because obviously I'm deleting someone right now that I just wrote. So that's cool. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. See? That's why you always stay prepared, kids. I don't know, though, man. I feel like drafts is kind of going fast, don't you? I just feel like teams are, making their picks on time. Like a timely manner. Let's say on time. But the picks are coming in pretty quickly, in my opinion. Herschel, if you got something to say to these fine folks, why don't you come down? Come here. Come here. Buddy. Herschel. You really just walk away from me? Herschel. Come here, buddy. Come up here. Tell the fine folks who you going to do. Oh, Trey Amos. Oh, dude. Trey Amos, he said. Oh, that's... Oh, you wanted to get a sneak peek at the beeps, huh? Oh, handsome boy. Herschel making his first appearance. We'll see if Chelsea makes hers. I clicked on comments and it's not coming up. Okay, here we go. And also, my name is Jihad. Thanks for tuning in. Well, thank you for tuning in. E, that's what you like to be. That's what you like to be known as. Hold on, it just like shot me down in the comments. Yeah, Xavier gets hilarious, dude. But a good player too. No, Kelvin Banks there. Sorry, I'm trying to get all this stuff caught up, but we'll see. Smart to add a little bit rich top 10. Yeah, I don't think you need to. That was my whole point with McMillan. That's one of those players where, like, depending on where you're taking him, and to me, that I'm not doing that. But hey, man, you never know. It's very hard waiting. It's very hard waiting, indeed. Winning the draft. I mean, they just made a pick, and there's only been 8. So I mean, a whole lot of draft left. Whole lot of draft. Spencer Adler. I don't know, man. They might have different thoughts. We'll see. Let me see. He's a big boy. I don't know where he went though. Left me. Yes, and he gets mad about this, so I'll show you guys how it's spelled. It's a mix between Herschel from the show Walking Dead, and I always, like, anytime I have like animals, I always try to name them like ex-Eagles that I grew up watching. I went with Herschel Walker, but I had no idea he was a little sheep boy weirdo when I named him. So, talking about Herschel Walker, the football player, not the adult with massive case of CTE. Yeah. So let's keep it 100. Dude's a drifter. So, but Herschel, well, you might be a drifter too. So, but yeah, he's awesome though. He's got his Eagles gear on. He's ready to rock and roll. I'm always ready to rock and roll. I don't know what these women are doing on. I can't wait. Someone's dancing right now. Like, the one thing I can't stand about football anymore is they've tried to hijack it and make it about weird shit and just weird stuff that I do not understand. But I know it's kind of like what fans prefer, and people really aren't into the football side of football. That to me is extremely strange, but to each their own. And I know you sickos enjoy football, so that's kind of just what I stick to, dude. And is what it is. All right, you guys gotta help me keep up with this stuff. If I'm missing anything or drifting off the sea here, let's see. What, we're at pick 10, right? Yeah, the Bears here. Okay, we got all that. We see the best available offensive lineman. Give you the picks there. Okay. Here goes the Bears pick. May 14th. So the schedule release will be Colston Loveland before top dog. And Michael Williams to the Niners. Damn, dude. Wow. I can't even keep up with half this shit because I'm always getting like stuff from people that have it beforehand, or always something. So, and Michael Williams. That's wild because we talk about Michael Williams and, not the greatest pass rusher, but phenomenal run stopper. Still pretty high for me. If that's what the Niners are thinking, then let them think, dude. They suck, so who cares? But I can't believe the Bears took Holston Loveland over Tyler Warren. Tyler Warren can block. Wait, is this his reaction and he already knows? Or are we waiting to see him picked? What are we looking at here? Dude looks miserable. No doubt, brother. That sucks. That sucks. I haven't seen the Niners pick show up here, but that's what they say has happened. So that's what we're going with. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Some things are definitely intriguing, but it doesn't like give me any feeling yet. Like, oh, okay. Some people are definitely going to drop, and that's due to the fact that, well, we don't pick for a long time, so we'll see how things shake out. But love to have a lot of these guys that I am typing. A lot of talent in this draft period. You guys heard me throughout the whole process here. I think this is a loaded draft. So not just with pick 32 or wherever they decide to actually pick, and that's another thing. Like, I do need to go run and do something here quick for a second. So I do want to do that before, maybe Howie trades or does something crazy and, then we're lost at sea. What's up, Gaia?
Hey.
I'll have her come say hi in a second. But, yeah, you see the top available. Want to say hi to the people?
Yeah, I'm in my work clothes. I didn't want to come down because Herschel was being so good.
Oh, why'd you say that?
That's why.
You jumped in.
Hi.
Yeah, so we're patiently waiting. We've only seen 10, but there's been 11, really.
So I miss anything?
Nothing yet. Oh, John, do not be sorry about misspelling it. I was just joking that Herschel gets upset that you guys don't spell it right. But nobody does. My own family doesn't. So I know you'll remember now, but no reason to freak out. No, honey, I've been sitting here the whole time. Who are we talking about here? Great football player lost human being. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember now. Sorry. Losing it. Yeah, I saw something was going on there, but Herschel, you're joking, right? Let's not do that. Yeah, that's wild, dude. Cole Kmet kind of sucks. Not sucks. I didn't want to say it like that, but I don't know, man. Kind of, he can do blocking and catching. I mean, he can do things you want from a tight end. Maybe it was just Caleb Williams. But there were times he definitely shined. I think he's very talented. But a team like that, maybe they want to use that 12 personnel, use both their tight ends. So Loveland, receiving type guy. You got Kmet there. Maybe they try to trade him, dude. But I would not have taken Colston Loveland over Tyler Warren. Tripping. I will let her know that when she comes back here, John. I will be right back, though, for all of you in a second here. I will put the picks down below. Obviously, I will update them when I get back here. Just give me 5 minutes, and I will be right back. But let me know, who do you guys hoping falls? How do you see the next few picks playing out? Give me something to come back to here. But I'll be right back, guys. This is an all-night event until that pick is made, and after that pick is made, I'll make a video you guys can watch. It won't be live. That little information on the player, how they fit, this, that, the other thing. But you'll know everything that you need to know for this upcoming season, this draft here that is going down these next few days. But if I could just do things correctly, that'd be great. That'd be great. But who are you guys liking here tonight? Who is your pick? Some of you have told me. Some of you are changing it. Or have all kinds of stuff going on. But let me know how you guys feel. And as soon as I come back, I'll answer all your questions. We'll talk about everything. Don't go anywhere. I will be right back. But just give me a few minutes here, folks. Go Birds. Tyler Booker, huh? That's intriguing. That's hilarious to me. We talked about Tyler Booker, I thought, at 32, but I told you then, not exactly the pick I would make. A couple other linemen I would have taken at different spots. I think Gray Zabel right now. That is, my opinion, who I would be looking at. But, yeah, good for them, dude. I think the Cowboys are morons, and that is truly epic. Never ceases to fail here. I think something is wrong. Let me see. Let me see what's going on. What's going on? The guy the question mark. Well, I mean, that's what the draft is, man. You never have any idea what anybody's going to turn out to be. But right situation, you never know, man. A lot of talent, though, for the Eagles to be able to select, so I'm pumped. I thought McMillan there to the Panthers was a head scratcher that high, but I knew somebody was going to do it. But yeah, I think this one, it's a head scratcher, but at the same time, it's the Cowboys. So, yeah, man, I go get them, morons. Oh, I bet they are, but they're also about to, for the next few days, be posting about, let me tell you, Tyler Booker is the next generational talent. Jalen Gardner's got nothing. Nothing on Tyler Booker. Yeah, I'm sure. God help us. We're about to hear how he is the greatest player that ever lived. You know it. I think you want to have an offensive line for sure. And they just, lost Zach Martin. So if they feel, and they did, man, that is somebody they loved after he visited. So, hey, man, I'm busting balls. He could definitely turn out to be great. But they don't have to take like a fancy pick or, again, there's a lot of talent. They want to add more receivers or running back, whatever they want to do. Miles Sanders ain't cutting it. Whatever your idea is, still a lot of time. And you got to have a good offensive line, protect Dak Prescott. So, hey, man, it's a good pick. It is a decent pick. Again, for me, I'm taking somebody else, but that's who they liked. So, yeah, man, and that's where they picked. And sometimes, we can sit here and say, oh, this team should have traded back. You could have got him, later, and I feel that you could have, but they don't know that. Another team could love the player you do, and if that's who they were, all in on, great. Fantastic. Good for you. Best of luck. Sorry, trying to keep up with stuff here, and it's just not working. But that's crazy. So I'm sure the Dolphins, Kenneth Grant, Michigan, need to solidify that interior line. No doubt. So, Tyler Booker. Crap. And then Miami, Kenneth Grant. So, I think I just saw that Indianapolis was taking Tyler Warren. You son of a bitches. That's all right. As I told you, I didn't think he'd be available. That's okay, man. So Schefter's posting about Kenneth Grant. Man, they are. They're taking Tyler Warren. You mother. Damn you. Damn, we are almost halfway through this bad boy, ladies and gentlemen. And still a lot of really, really good players left. So I'm still feeling pretty good here. Guys, so let me know how you're feeling about this. But again, I told you it was going to be a crapshoot going into this. So, hey, man, whatever the Eagles do here, I'm sure I'm going to be excited. I can't say, 100%. That's definitely how it's going to go down, that I'm going to be happy. But I think a pretty good job. Oh, my God. Okay, so you want to know how I felt about Tyler Booker? When I deleted whoever the offensive lineman that went before him was, Connerly, or maybe somebody else. I don't know. No, Connerly's still there. You see, Gray's able. I have Josh Simmons, Connerly, and then Jared Wilson as my top offensive lineman. I did not have Tyler Booker, my top guys available, and that's their number 12 pick. Again, doesn't mean he can't be a good player. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm Mr. Know-It-All, but just kind of how I was looking at things. I had all those players better than him, so yeah, take that for what you will. So now I'm not taking one of these tight ends. I know a lot of people have talked about Arroyo and Taylor. I am not one of those people. Let's just put it that way. I think everything else is caught up here. You guys enjoy the ticker, or am I wasting my time here? You let me know. Oh, wow. Last year's. Wow, that's funny. Gabe Hall, top available. That's funny. That's funny. Shane Steichen. Yeah. Taking Tyler Warren. That's that's a stud right there, man. Not gonna lie to you. Trying to delete a bunch of stuff so that way I have time. Okay. Yeah, the winds of Narnia out there, man. Holy crap. Man. So, next position I'm working on here is edge. I don't think, like I talked about on the show last night and the last couple of weeks here, I don't think James Pierce is going to be there. But man, is he awesome. Mike Green is awesome, but he is not awesome off the field if what was said is what went down. So I don't think the Eagles will be taking a look at him because of that off the field stuff. They talk about that. They don't deal with people with domestic, abuse or anything like that, hitting women, which I'm all about it. Let them know, Howie. So I just don't think he's really someone to be looking at for the Eagles. So not sure I agree with this. So let's go with that. Let's just call him Femi. Okay. All right. So you see the top interior D linemen that are left. Still got, Walter Nolan out there, Derek Harmon. So you've got some beasts. You heard me talk about Darius Alexander with that second pick. I would like that. Shamar Turner there as well. So got some options. Then at edge, man. There are definitely some talented guys right there, and I think we would be lucky to get a lot of those guys. So stay excited, ladies and gentlemen. Stay excited. I'm excited. I still think we're gonna get a stud here, and I'm gonna be jumping through the wall. I feel it in my plums. I feel it. Todd Warren is a beast, bro. Some bitch. And there's definitely some intriguing players left where it makes you feel like, okay, there's still going to be some of these guys that we talked about. You never know who's going to fall. And, I don't know if Jalen Walker is going to be available, but just saying, like he and, Jihad Campbell, I think, there's some talented dudes that put them with, this defense and Vic Fangio, and my lord, we're all ready to run through some walls. I'm already ready to run through some walls, to be honest with you. So, yeah, let's get it. Holy crap. This is like every person's name is 946 letters long. It is making my head want to explode. Danny Stutzman. Pretty good. I'll take the linebackers here. And dude, we talked about, you don't know Dean, his health, if that's going to hold up. Love him. But, with Bond, he's great. But you got Jeremiah Trotter Jr. and Dallas Gant as your backups. Ben Van Zoomer, and they're listing as fullback. Don't think they're going to play him there. Helps on the special teams. But, he's an emergency linebacker. But I think would look to probably add there, with obviously what we got going on there. All right. So all those cornerbacks, bro, like, you guys know how I feel about these corners. Will Johnson, Jedi Barron, Trey Amos. Dude, if Jedi Barron falls to us, I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. I'm not going to get my hopes up. I think the kid is super talented. And just like we talked about on last night's show and last couple of weeks here, about Barron, where it reminds me of Coop, that versatile skill set where, dude, he would be a stud in this defense. So, yeah. You guys heard me make my selection last night, and Trey Amos was that guy. And I think that, that's obviously based off of these other guys not being available. I still, dude, I think he would be perfect. Trey Amos putting him outside with Quinion Mitchell and then Coop inside. Dude. Oh my God. I would lose my mind. But, hey man, we'll see what happens. There's a lot of talent here, so either way, I think Howie and the guys and girls know what they're doing there. So We'll be all right. Either way. But those linebackers, man, you get a weapon like Walker or Jihad Campbell. Oh, sign me up. Sign me up. Jalen Walker goes to the Falcons. No doubt. Like I said, I'm not sure he'll be available. Not available, ladies and gentlemen. But Jihad Campbell, whew, it's another stud out there. We'll see if he's left standing. But you see the corners, dude. You give me any of them. And that actually kind of speaks to you don't have to take a corner in the first round. And, dude, you don't have to take any position. It's the best player available. And I think a lot of these guys are really talented. So I think we'll be all right either way. Whatever they think is the best available, I'm going to trust in them and hope they make the right choice here. So we're all caught up there. If there's any positions you would like to see, let me know. I'm going to jump over here. My computer's going to take forever. Of course they will. Yeah, sorry, dude. I'm trying to keep up here and 7,000 things going on, getting home late from work, losing my mind. And yeah, I saw that. And what blowing my mind is Colston Loveland, dude. Wow. Him going before Warren, nuts. And yeah, dude, I think we all knew that. But, you know, just like we talked about throughout this process, you're going to see a lot of players you like get drafted. So we'll see. But yeah, man, you never know what's going to happen in these drafts. And, you know, Walter Nolan's a talented guy, but there's a lot of talented guys here. And there's definitely guys beyond that, actually, that are pretty talented that I think have bright futures. And we talked about that, you know, last week. And you guys can go check those shows out still, you know, after this, you know, round one, because we talk about every round. We talk about all the prospects, and then we talk about fits in all those different rounds. So, yeah, man, I think that, you know, the top guys, though, are really, really, really good, man. So I'm excited about it. I'm very excited about it. Yo, GP, my dude. Appreciate you tuning in, brother. I'm heart's getting, dude, it's pounding more and more as the time goes by here. And that's it, man. That's, you know, the great part about this draft. No matter what, we talked about it. We're going to get someone that's awesome. And yeah, dude, a lot of these guys were probably, you know, but we're still going to talk about him and get excited for this draft. So, yeah, man, he's a stud. We talked about it last night. I said I want to make this my guy, but I'm also trying to think, okay, we pick at 32, and there's no way there's 31 teams that are that stupid that would pass on him. But I've seen crazier things, so we'll see. And if not, Trey Amos is a stud, so we'd love to have it. No, not at all, man. Another one of my fits that I really like. A lot of guys that I really, really like that we talked about throughout this draft process here. I'm going to walk away probably pretty happy. It's just going to come down to like who was still on the board and, you know, a lot of things that will obviously, if it's my guy, then I'm going to be pretty pumped because clearly we've already talked about why that is, why I think they're a perfect fit and how I see the draft going, all that great stuff. But no matter what, we always talk about that pick, and I'll make a video that's, you know, not part of this live. We'll talk about that here live together, and then I'll make that video talking about, you know, what's going down here, you know, with the pick, the information you need to know. And if I've got a graphic for them, we'll break all that down. But yeah, man, this has been like, there's going to be, and we talked about this, the order of this draft is going to be wild. Like, you know, I don't really know how things are going to go, but we kind of have a feel for, you know, where some of these guys are top 20 players or top 30. We at least know, you know, an idea. At least we think we do, right? But yeah, I think You're seeing a lot of the players we thought would be gone. So not a big deal, right? Not a big deal at all. But yeah, I guess we've got the Cardinals up next, and then we're halfway through, man. Halfway through. So, but yeah, he gets to wear that red and black. Going from Georgia to the Falcons. Oh, he's really gonna have to move himself there. So, yeah, man. But hey, a damn good player that we talked about. It really depends on what you're looking to do, and I think that they've got a lot of a lot of hope for their future. I know Michael Penix on the offense is part of that with Bijan Robinson. We'll see if Kyle Pitts is still there, and they got Drake London, and I think some good pieces. But adding a defensive player that clearly they liked, so good for them. I'm like, oh yeah, it's Josh moving, and then I literally was just sitting here and I was thinking, I was like, halfway. Like, come on, man. Like, all right. But yeah, we made it halfway. Okay, let's look at the positive side here. But yeah, Jalen Walker now off the board, so no doubt. Cardinals on the clock. So Walter Nolan going to the Cardinals. As I told you guys, I didn't even have him as a fit. I just didn't see it. Didn't feel it in the air. He's awesome, but I just didn't think, the Eagles were really going to have a shot there. So I didn't get my hopes up. I saw it all over. I know people fall for that media stuff nonstop, but they'll get you, man. I always say that every year. If you're making a pick, who you think you should take, do not go with any way the media is telling you. Because it's probably not going to work out that way. Herschel, nobody wants to hear your slick talk, boy. In my house. Drifting in my house, boy. Okay. All right. I got this. We're ready. Okay. Boom. All right. So let me know how you're feeling, man. How you thinking about this first round? What's your biggest surprise halfway through? Who are you excited about still being available? I know some people are going to be upset about Walter Nolan, being there. And just remember, man, I know it says we pick 32, but we've got 8 picks here, and I think clearly, how he can trade up if he wants to. Don't know that we trade back, but you can do that as well. You have 26 picks total the next few years here that you can trade here tonight. Those projected compensatory picks cannot be traded. But, I mean, you see that this is something Howie knows what he's doing. Let's put it that way. And something I feel confident we'll be able to either there's a guy a couple picks in front of us and we need to get him, or, they want to make a move. I'm confident that Howie's got us, man. I'm obviously one of the OGs for Howie. Love that dude. I know we all know I got a lot of hate for that, but I think people are catching on why I liked him. So it'll be all right. Okay, so now I am getting the damn you, Jonathan Gannon. You know he was going to do that. Son of a bitch. Didn't even get a chance to talk about it before it happened. He was quick with that, huh? Notre Dame. So you see the safeties, man. We talked about Moore. We talked about Starks, Watts, Winston, Makuba. There is a plethora of talent at the safety position as well. So whatever you're looking for, man, you've seen the best available here, and there's not that many picks in between us where the players we talked about. I feel pretty confident again that we're gonna get somebody pretty damn good. But yeah, man, we were never really gonna have a chance to get Walter Nolan. That's again, this I know a lot of people. Why don't you have Walter Nolan on your list when you talk about him? Because we ain't getting him. So it is what it is. Nina, let's effing go. Appreciate you tuning in. Hope you and the family are doing well. Hopefully you got a video out there. Maybe a little bit of dancing action going on. We'll have to check it out. But been a wild day for me. Got home, literally got to take a shower, and hair still wet as hell. And jumped on very unprepared, but wanted to get in here and talk with you guys. But I hope you're doing well. A lot of great players are left, and we know that. We know there's plethora of talent in this draft, but no real surprises as to the players that are gone. But there's a lot of great players I'm trying to just get excited about. Proctor, yeah, no doubt, man. But look, this team, I think, this year is going to show people, obviously it's just like haters out there, but what a dynasty is. And that is having a foundation like we talked about before last year. And, proving that by adding the right free agents, drafting the right players. And you remember, we got all those free agents we talked about. We talked about 7 of the top fits last year were draft picks, out of the 9. So, I try my best to paint you a picture to where, I feel this Eagles team can be dominant. And last year, obviously, they were. And I think they proved what we were talking about with Coop and Q Mitch and all those guys, Jalix Hunt, Will Shipley, everybody, dude. So, this year, we knew Milton Williams, Josh Sweat. I see people losing their minds. We knew these players would be gone. It's not a big deal, man. We got Zach Bond back. That was the most important thing. And now you just draft well and you add to the depth. And I think you've already got a lot of great depth at edge. You've got guys that are, Ojomo stepping up, Booker and Gabe Hall are there to compete, Byron Young. You've got obviously Jeremiah Trotter Jr. at linebacker trying to step up. I would add some depth there, but Uche and Ojulare. And we talk about Jalix Hunt and Nolan Smith. You know how I feel about them. So, that's great. In the secondary, you lose Slay, but you've got Ringo. You brought in Dory Jackson. So I would, look to add the competition with Ricks and Nickerson and Castro Fields. Definitely have some competition there. Don't have to do it right away. Same with safety. You got Sidney Brown, Tristan McCollum, Lewis Seen, and Andre Sam. But you need to be able to feel good about that position. So I love Sidney Brown. He was one of my top fits a couple years ago. But you got to have competition. So, man, that's what we're looking for. Just depth, competition. If guys can start, hell yeah. But you don't need it like everywhere. Oh, the sky's falling. No, it's not, man. It's not. This team knows what they're doing, and anything can happen in the season. But I'm confident they're building the right way. So, hey, man, let them keep sleeping on this team. I prefer it, actually. I do. Herschel. All right. Let me take this little heathen out here real quick before things get more crazy. But Shamar Stewart gone. Son of a bitch. Damn you, Bengals. Damn you. But let me get back to that one. So now, Shamar Stewart. He was a guy I enjoyed watching. Some question marks about his production. But I promise you, he's really good. Okay. So Shamar Stewart there, the Bengals. And my eyes are starting to really hurt. Looking at so many screens. So many lights. The bright lights are getting me. Man, you guys know how much I like Shamar Stewart. That's really weird. Went in front of James Pierce and Mike Green, but hey, man, off the field stuff can get you. Give me a minute here, dude. Herschel is quite a little Sacagawea. So I'm going to grab a bite to eat. I'm going to let him out. I will return. We'll talk about the picks that have been made. Let me know how you guys are feeling. Come on back. Stay here. Talk amongst yourselves. Let me know how you're feeling. Your top guys. Give me your top 10. We've got, a little more than 10 here. We're like 15 picks, but we could probably get one of your guys. So let's go. All right, Herschel. Holy hell. I'll be right back. Go Birds. Holy Lord. All right. Just want to give a big shout out to Sushi Massa. That was pretty damn good. Sorry, I had to get some food and let my damn dog out. It's been a wild night trying to just get everything together, be here, get all the stuff I needed. But the way this is going right now, man, I'm pumped up. Liz, good to see you still hopefully in here. I know you were at this comment, but look, let me know how you guys are feeling. I just saw the Broncos take freaking Ibuka there, the receiver from Ohio State, and wow, man, got a lot of offensive weapons. No doubt, dude. Appreciate you taking another player I don't care about. But yeah, Ibuka there is another pick with Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Jalen McMillan's there, Bucky Irving, really bright future at running back, and old Baker Mayfield. But it's always after the Bucks around here, just to let you know. But I also saw Gray Zabel going to Seattle, which boo. Just want to say that right here, right now, because you guys know I liked him. So, it's all right, though. I told you that was not, I didn't think he would be available. And I'd love for him to be, but it's not the way the cookie crumbles. Damn it! Jahdae Barron. Another guy I didn't have as my top fit because I didn't think he'd be there. Look, Will Johnson's still there, too. So, if it's not Trey Amos, I wouldn't mind him either. Malachi Starks is out there. All kinds of great players still available. Nick Emmanuel there. So, okay. So Denver, son of a bitches. I will punch you in the face. But yeah, we talked about this last night. I really think, be a miracle for the Eagles to be able to get him. Not getting him. So the Broncos, a great pick for them. You guys know, I think the kid is a stud. So you see the first few picks of the second half here of this draft. If there's any positions you would like to see the top available, let me know. So we got Jahdae Barron on the board. Boo. There are still some really good corners, as you can see on the bottom ticker, that will continue to change as we get these things updated. Try to show you the top available. Trying to think of like who else I missed on here. Losing my mind, just trying to keep up. Don't also, Connerly's still there. I know the Eagles liked him. Maybe, a lot of things could happen here, man. There's a lot of talented players still left. I think Derek Harmon's still available too, who is really good. So, a lot of talent here, man. I'm looking at these like top lists, and there is a decent amount here of talented players, that's for sure. But again, if you guys want to see one of them, any of these positions, you let me know. What's going on with this kid? But yeah, I'm I'm feeling pretty good too, man. I think that this team obviously has a lot of great options because they have a really good team already with some pretty good depth. But I'm feeling damn good. Their comparison is Cooper to Gene. That's what I've been trying to tell you. But yeah, if you added him in this secondary, you could move him, Sidney Brown, Coop, all around, man. Be fantastic. Thirsty there. But yeah, Barron is a stud, dude. Yeah, I think, we talked about this. We could stay put and get a stud. But if there's someone they really, really love and they want to move up a few spots, I think they could definitely do that. So, Herschel, you all right, dude? Flipping out. But, yeah, I think, dude, when he takes a drink, he likes to, roll on the floor. He's nuts. Simmer down. Yes, the pick is coming soon. We're all very excited in these parts. Look is as bad as reporters are. No, I wonder that about a lot of players. When you talk about James Pierce and Mike Green, and just having players that they talk about, certain things with these guys, and injuries obviously can play a role too. So, yeah, all those things come into account, and you just have to wonder how much a team cares and how much another team is willing to take a shot on. So, Bill Johnson's a beast, man, a freak of nature. I think would be awesome to have him. Not a bad idea at all. Not a bad idea at all. I like Baron and Sertay. Yeah, that's yikes. That definitely adds a nice weapon for them. Hello, Herschel. Hello. Dude, I think Pierce is. There's something about him. I really like him. I think Mike Green is really effing talented. Maybe more so than Pierce, but I kind of just got more into Pierce just knowing in the back of my head the Eagles were probably, staying away. But I think Mike Green is, holy shit, he's pretty damn good. So whoever gets him, they're going to have a stud here on their hands. Yeah, and we've obviously talked about that. Yeah, I don't know, man, and I don't know how they're going to take that. I don't know, but get back to this. So the Broncos took Barron, the Steelers took Harmon. So I saw a lot of stuff, people talking about them taking Shador Sanders and stuff. I talked about, I don't know that Shador Sanders is first round, superstar, like a lot of people talk about him. But I also think he gets a lot of hate that's really not warranted. But look, man, if he's going to have an attitude like that, he's got to back it up and give him a chance to do that. And I think you go from there. But people are really weird, dude. They just act crazy about some players, and he's one of them that, he's Primetime's kid. So people are going to lose their minds for whatever reason they want. But with Harmon off the board, Darius Alexander, I don't know that I'd take him at 32, but he is really good. I don't know that he would last too far in the second round. Jamar Turner's out there, TJ Sanders. You've got some options there. Or Rev and Ricky driving by. Okay. I'm trying to figure things out here in my brain. Just always a hard time, right? But yeah, dude, I think Derek Harmon's a stud. So Pittsburgh gets himself a pretty damn good player. And they love their defense, so hell yeah. Alright. So you get him off the board. I can't see my phone. Why do you keep turning yourself down? That's a good pick for the Steelers, though. I think Derek Harmon, we talked about it, it's going to be weird to see where players go. But again, like we talked about earlier, these players that you see are definitely worthy of, being first rounders. And he's definitely one of them. Guy is a monster. So Steelers get themselves a stud here at pick 21. Let's go. So we're at 22. Chargers are up next. Oh, we're getting closer. We're getting closer. And this is weird because it's like usually every year I'm like locked in on a certain player. And you guys all know I pick my guy, and I'm still all about Trey Amos here. But there is a lot of really good players, and we're like 10 picks away here. So I'm trying to just stay calm, get ready, because I'm excited either way. I think this team, they've been ready for this, dude. I think that we've got a great team already, and this is just like adding. This is just putting on the cherry on top, dude, to a team that I think is about to go shock the world again, baby. So all about it. Yeah, Family Huntington. No doubt, man. No doubt. But yeah, look, I think, holy crap, as we draw near, you see, like, what I was talking about. No matter how this draft goes, there are so many players that I consider could be first round talent, but maybe fall into the second because there's just so much of it. And holy hell, man. I'll go through the best available. I'll try to update it then. Some of them don't even have like 5 at the position, but I'll keep scrolling that stuff down at the bottom so you guys can see. But try to get like, the best guys there. And if there are already players being taken off that position, you'll see that there's less there, and I didn't get to fill it in yet. But you see the quarterbacks that are there, no doubt. Eagles don't care. I don't care. But you can see some running backs that are left. We'll see if any of these guys go in the first. I don't know. We talked about Hampton and Henderson. I think both very talented. But it's running back, so you don't know. See if anybody wants one there. Golden, Burden are still there, and Higgins. I think definitely Golden and Burden have an opportunity for somebody to take them. And I talked about it, especially with those two just mentioned. If they're falling in this draft and you're kind of like, hell, it's about best player available and you feel they're the best and you add them to this offense, I'm all about it. Now, a fourth receiver, got to help in the return game, do something. I get it. But, Dotson will be a free agent next year. You don't know how long, we'll have AJ for. Love AJ. Love to keep him for as long as we can. Retire here. Devontae Smith, we're going to have forever, please. So, yeah, man, but there's options. A tight end, I would wait, but I would still get one. Gunnar Helm maybe in the next round. I know a lot of people like Arroyo and Taylor. But, dude, there's just so much talent. Malachi Starks, dude. Xavier Watts, Amon War at safety. There's so much. So, yeah, dude. Sorry, I'm talking about stuff and not changing it. But, on the offense, I think, offensive line is always a possibility. Simmons is out there. Connerly, Jared Wilson. Maybe you think he can play a little bit of guard too, help you with that center depth. Some options there, definitely. Offensive line, always looking there. But talked about the interior guys. I love Darius Alexander. If you feel you need to do that 32, okay. Or, maybe trade back. If you feel somebody you like is going to be there, not against that either. Chargers on the clock. Yeah, we know, dude. But these edge rushers, dude, there's still some good ones. And You saw my mock draft 1 point only last night with Pierce, and I told you, if he falls, dude, because of those concerns, that's wild, dude. I would take a shot if I were somebody, but if you want to let the Eagles be that team, you go right ahead, and I'll happily take James Pierce. But still got some picks to be made. So I'm still just holding on for hope that if Trey Amos is still there, I'm gonna hope that that's who they take. But a lot of things could go down here, man. There's so much talent here. You see, the edge guys, but also at linebacker, we talk about Jihad Campbell and guys like Knight or Schlesinger or Stutzman. If you want them, I would wait. But you talk about someone like Jihad Campbell, obviously from New Jersey, all that great stuff. Why they try to consider that, he won't even get that started. But look, to me, the Eagles obviously are, Zach Bond and Kobe Dean, they're kind of set there. But you get a weapon like this for Vic Fangio, I think use him on edge, use him all over the place. I would be all about it, not going to lie to you. But those, again, corners, and dude, not just Amos and Johnson, Benjamin Morrison. We've talked about Revel. Look, don't do that. Maxwell Harris, come here. It's just somebody driving by being a drifter. Don't worry about it. But then at safety, you could see Warray, Starks, Watts, Winston, Makuba. Talk about, all these guys. And I think, some in the second round more so would still be exciting too. And that just goes to show you that we're going to be excited tomorrow too, because I think we could do some work in the second and third rounds. So I'm going to be pumped up, and I'll be pumped up on day 3 because maybe we acquire more picks today or tomorrow or whenever. But I'm excited for this draft. But you see my best available there at all those positions. And, I think the Chargers must have picked by now. The TV likes to take forever, but I can always find out beforehand. Oh, big boy, Marion Hampton. So, we talked about it. I think, he's somebody that has the talent to go in the first round. And, at running back, you never know where people are going to go. But I think, dude, you got yourself a stud there. To go with Herbert. Sorry. Can't even remember his name. He's just not that good. No, I think he is good. He just kind of needs to, not buckle under pressure so much and work on some things. But he's overall a really talented quarterback. Oh, man. So Marion Hampton. Oh, man. Oh, Marion. I'm losing it. So that who's next? Green Bay, then Minnesota. So they're in Green Bay. We'll see who these guys decide they're going to take. Why am I not sitting back? I'm sitting here uncomfortable the whole time, like a weirdo. Big ass, fluffy pillow, dropping my damn phone. Yeah, but I'm going to turn that. Yep, don't know why. Didn't do that earlier. But, and yeah, man, you've heard me talking about it, showing you those graphics there at the bottom. Yeah, man, there's a lot of really, really good players that I cannot wait to see who we take here, man. I'm staying calm, staying focused here. Let's see. I can't get any information here. Stop with your saddlebagging me. So Green Bay, Minnesota, Houston, LA. Oh man, there's a lot of guys I still really like here. That's it.
Hey. Anything exciting happen?
Not really yet, but nothing too surprising.
Yeah.
Just, staying, like I said, this is the weirdest draft this year because, there's just a lot of really good players that I'm like, I want my guy, Trey Amos, but, there's about 10 other dudes still right there that I'd be like, yeah, okay, let's rock. So it's a good feeling. But again, I was telling them, I was like, look, just depends on who's still available. So
Yeah.
we'll see who we take. And if there's still people on the board that I love, maybe I get upset. But Sean.
Yeah, I figured this is.
Yeah, of course he's gonna harass you. But the great thing is, round 2 here, we'll have a lot of great options. So it doesn't matter. We're gonna have a good draft either way, right, Hirsch? Sacagawea lookalike contest winner. Yeah. Come on. All right, so now we're at pick 23. Just waiting for Green Bay. Of course, the Packers are going to milk the clock. It's in there. It's in Green Bay. Maybe they have a tent there. Watch out. It's not game day. I know you think so because your jersey's on. But that's not what's happening right now. He wants to run routes, so. Time to do.
I'll probably just go back up there.
Eagles are discussing moving up with the Packers. What are you? Hold up. We might be picking right now. Oh, shit. So, who are you guys hoping? If this goes down, if we trade up, who are you hoping that we take? I mean, there's a lot of... Don't. You're going to fucking ruin this, aren't you? I really hate you, dude. Sometimes you just really want to ruin everything. Oh, man. Holy crap. Hold on. James Pierce, man. Jihad Campbell. Will Johnson, but that knee maybe, I don't know. Golden's there, Manawari. Stark's still there. Amos. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Oh my. Take your time then, Packers, if that's what you're waiting for, is the Eagles. Howie, work your little magic. Okay. Wow. So what the hell? James Pierce, maybe? The fact that James Pierce is still here. We talked about it in my mock draft 1 point only. That was the player that was taken. And I talked about his talent, and one of you asked me earlier in the show, and I just think, just watching him, pairing him with Nolan Smith and Jalix Hunt, and, bringing in Joshua Uche and Azeez Ojulari this offseason. Even Patrick Johnson's back, but you got a lot of talent at edge. But adding someone like him to the future, that would be insane. But again, there's corners and safeties and whatever. But Eagles are not trading the Packers will make their pick. So maybe we'll try with Minnesota or Houston. But it goes to show you the Eagles, they're hungry. And better stay locked in here. Looks like things could get wild. Matthew Golden is going to Packers. We talked about very talented. Bless you. But still think, that's one player I could see them trying to move up for. But oh, please. Jihad Campbell's another one, dude. I think they would, someone that they really like could get them to trade up. Marshall, please don't do that. Well, what are you trying to say? Who do you want?
That's trying to talk.
Apparently he thinks Jihad Campbell. I'm not against it. All right, stop. Please don't. All right, hold on. Fuck. What are you doing? Want to fight? This dog is literally a Sacagawea. I'll fight you right here, right now. Come here. Now he's just going to lay there and stare. What a little drifter, dude. If the Eagles move up, I need you to understand that I need to be locked in here. Okay? Are we on the same page here? You should see the look I'm getting right now, dude. Now he put his head down. All right. Looks like we're on the same page. So if I get excited, he's going to get excited, though. So you might see me get attacked. We'll see how his reaction to me. We'll see what my reaction is, first off. Pierce, Campbell are still there, dude. Wow. We're still 8 picks, dude. So let's 9 picks. We just gotta stay patient. I think Maxwell Hairston too. Oh man, this is stressing me out more than it should. I just want to know who it is, for the love of God. Let's take a look here. Syracuse still out there as well. I'm taking James Pierce, but we'll see if he lasts. These are the top edge guys I have, but no, we have the best owner in the NFL. Yeah, a lot of needs for a lot of teams. We'll see if they go by needs or by the smart way of best player available. And Matthew Golden's a good pick for Jordan Love. Maybe Jaden Reed and the dude that's always hurt. I can't believe I can't even think of his name. It's sad. Regardless, I'm sorry, I'm running on fumes here, guys. But I think that's a good pick for them. Can't say, we didn't think he's definitely a round one wide receiver. He's a good deep threat for them. Something they need, to add with Reed and Wicks and Christian Watson. And, they've got Malik Heath there. They've got some talented players, but Golden, that gives Love, a solid wide receiver there, dude. That I think more of a wide receiver than Jaden Reed. But he's another like vertical guy, like what Reed is. But I think they can figure it out. I think LaFleur and Jordan Love will be all right. I think they definitely know what they're looking for here. So we'll see. But the Eagles are getting closer, man. Minnesota, 1 o'clock. Howie's still trying to move up. Donovan Jackson. Okay. So, getting closer. I don't think these are the players that, the Eagles are trying to get. So I'm perfectly fine right now. How about you guys? I'm feeling good. I think most people are probably ignoring the Eagles' calls. I don't blame them. But I think Howie could definitely get somebody here. And if we do, I think Pierce and Campbell would be logical. But if they like Malachi Starks or Amon Moray or whoever, dude, they're trying. They like somebody, dude. I'm trying to figure it out, but all right, Vikings, what you gonna do? Gonna trade with the Eagles? So, Rams, Ravens, Lions, Commanders. So we've got 1, 2, 4 AFC teams left. Not much of an NFC team. Not saying that an NFC team wouldn't trade. I'm just saying how much they want to. You got Josh Connerly still out there too. So much. When we talk about these other positions, we still have an offensive lineman out there that we've talked about. Interior defensive lineman. Lots of options, man. But if the Eagles are trying to trade up, I'd like to see. So, Giants traded. What the? You son of a bitch. So, the Giants traded 34 and pick 99, and then a third rounder in next year's draft. to move up to 25. So they took a dual card. They're not going to take Pierce, but if they take like Jihad Campbell or Shador Sanders. I think Shador Sanders could be an intriguing pickup for them. I mean, obviously they picked up some quarterbacks there. But, looking toward the future. So the Vikings did not answer the Eagles' phone call. Or the Giants offered more. So after the Giants is the Rams, the Ravens, Lions. And we get into the final four. The Commanders, Bills, Chiefs, and the Eagles, baby. Unless the Eagles move up. So I'm just going to patiently wait and see what happens here. Oh, shit. I'm going to have to get my charger. Yeah, it could be Shador for sure. Jackson Dart, yeah, definitely could be. Hello to you, Gotcha's mom. I don't know why. I tried to click on your comment and it flipped out. But yes, Jackson Dart could be, plethora of things. But I think a quarterback of the future, maybe they want to take one. I don't know. June, my man, appreciate you tuning in. Hope you're doing well, dude. But I think we're supposed to be excited here, right? We're supposed to stay right there. So I'm there, man. I'm feeling pretty good. We've got so many options and we've got only a few picks ahead of us. So try to stay calm. Hopefully everything just works out the way we hope it does. Yeah, I was saying that earlier, probably not picking up the phones, right? No doubt. Why you move up? Well, yeah, if you're the Giants, that's why I was saying quarterback. But hey, you never know, especially with teams like the Giants. So, let's see here. So with the Eagles, try. They try to trade it. Man. Josh Simmons is still there too. You could definitely take him. You get a guy that could possibly be the tackle of the future. Could play guard now. A lot of really good players, man. Javon Revel's there. Jamar Turner. Interior. But Darius Alexander's still there too. A lot of really good players still here, guys. Jackson Dart. It's Jackson Dart. No shit. So yeah. We'll get that updated here in a second, but we're getting closer. And he's picked No, we talked about all these players. No surprises there. We talked about even Jackson Dart definitely being prospect someone could look at in the first round. Giants think that is their future there. So let him learn from Russ and Jameis. Should be an intriguing room there. But I think, nothing too crazy has happened. Like no players where, it's like, oh, no. So I feel just like we talked about throughout this, that draft series, I think there's so much talent in this draft that could be worthy at the end of the draft where you're kind of just like, all right, dude, we're the best team in the NFL, best player available. We have a luxury to take whoever the hell we want, dude. So I'm pumped. And, a quarterback going off the board is obviously something that I'm all about because that just means even more awesome players still available. So sign me up. But got the Rams up next, then the Ravens. Okay. So many really good players left. Wait, what? Trade pick 46, 242, and a first rounder next year to get this pick at 26 and then pick 101. Who are the Falcons trying to get? Why does this keep going? Did I click something? I was like really far behind. Something happened while I was gone. Don't really care because I never pay attention to this crap. I always am looking at my phone because my phone always has the answers before it actually is ever. Oh, nice glasses. Yeah, those look like the ones. Ole Miss. Good old Eli Manning stopping. Okay. I can't believe it doesn't feel like it's been this long. 11 o'clock. They didn't take a DT. They earlier they took the edge, Abdul Carter out of Penn State, and they just took a quarterback here, Jackson Dart. Yeah, man, Moore, I love that kid. Yep, so I was just mentioning there, and as you can see at the bottom there, yeah, man, Moore, he's a stud, dude. If you know how much I like him, dude, I would be very, very, very excited. That is not my comparison. Oh yeah, man. Best of luck to him. We'll see if we get to see him. I don't think Russ is as good as a lot of people thought. I think they found that out last year. He's definitely getting older. Still got some talent, but hey, man, you got Malik Neighbors you're throwing it to. So he's pretty effing good. And I have had such a long day. James Pierce goes to the Falcons. You know that's why the Eagles were trying to move up. But these teams are like, nah, ain't gonna happen. So we'll see. We shall see. Yeah, they gave up a first next year. But they just traded up for James Pierce. And that's why no one was answering the Eagles. They're like, nah, dog. But the Falcons move up. They make a better offer than the Eagles, whatever. Teams don't really want to make the Eagles better. I get it, whatever it is. But, yeah, as I mentioned, I didn't think Pierce would be available. No, again, I'm not going to act surprised when this is what we talk about. It's just like free agency, stuff like that, where if we talk about it, we know, and we don't have to get excited, right? Just so I think, once we see these next, moves here, again, you could just stay where you are and you'll get a stud either way. Unless you make the wrong pick, but I feel pretty confident that, this team is pretty set in most places. So it's going to be hard for me not to, get excited here. Because I love a lot of these players. Oh, yeah, I would be. I definitely would be. Jimmy Pierce pretty damn solid. Yeah, man. And you talk about Walker having the potential to pay off ball kind of shorter. And I don't know. We'll see what his future holds. But he could definitely play on the edge at times and do things. So should be an intriguing defense there. Yeah, dude. They've learned. They know better. And well, it is the Atlanta Falcons, so. But yeah, Pierce is a stud, bro. He really is. It's a good pick for them, and I think he's gonna do well in the NFL. Really do. We're almost there, guys. We are almost there. Oh my lord! I can't wait. You notice they finally started calling defensive ends edge and stuff. You know how many years we're trying to get that to go down. Right. All right. Baltimore. Wait, the Falcons got pick 26 and 101. Gave up 46, 242. First round next year. So to get Pierce. That's wild, though, that they must have really, really wanted him. That's cool. He's good. Man. Jihad Campbell is still sitting there. We still got those offensive linemen. You got Simmons, you got Connerly, Trey Amos, Will Johnson, Benjamin Morrison. I don't know if with Johnson and Morrison's injuries. Oh, maybe you think it's worth taking a shot. You see what Ringo and Jackson can do in the meantime. Let them heal. I don't know. Safeties we've talked about. A lot of really good safeties. So not against a lot of these things, man. A lot of talent here. So wow. Yeah, dude. A lot of talent. A lot of talent. So yeah, you heard me mention Bird in there earlier. If they want to go get like a speedy threat like that and really shock people, you heard me say that a few weeks ago. I don't think that's something out of Howie's playbook, but maybe try to trade Dotson or do something that, all things are possible, but maybe you keep all four. Dotson's free agent next year. There's a lot of ways to look at it. And I think, Burden helps you. He's a playmaker, dude, a burner, and really takes the top off where, you hope that Anaya Smith can help you there. And you hope, you can get something out of Terrace Marshall. There's some, things here that I think we've talked about that you could do in other rounds, but hey, it's not out of the water, man. Will Johnson, we talked about, his knee issue maybe being a concern. I just think he's really effing talented. So if you took him, I'm not concerned. I'm just hoping that he stays healthy. That's all. And Starks, I like him a lot. I like Eman Ware as well. I like Watts at safety. If you want to try to get him in the second round, maybe even take him here. But I'm excited. Yeah, we'll see, man. A lot of teams will want a lot of good players, and luckily there's a lot of good players here. So, hell yeah. Oh, Ravens took Starks, no doubt. That's obviously a player that fits what they try to do there, so makes sense to me. 2 minutes ago. And look at me talking away. Yeah, I think that's a great pick for them. And you guys know he wasn't my top fit. I know I told you guys would be mad at me, but I'm okay with that. And yeah, depth is something you do in the off season, so that's what we'll be doing here. Yeah, there's lots of great players in this draft that we talked about here for weeks, man. That's the name of the game here. Stay excited for this draft, dude. Lots of great guys. So and I wouldn't follow that media stuff there. They were both rookies last year, so you just got to continue to hope they develop. If not, you see where it goes. But clearly, you don't just want to get rid of players without seeing what they got. Okay, so we're all caught up here. Why can't you mother? There we go. So we got Detroit up here, Washington, Buffalo, Kansas City, then us. So hold on, I'm coming. Man, Starks is such a stud. There's so many good players. Appreciate you. Koch's mom, and we'll have a breakdown video then of our player. I will put out, won't be a live one. You guys will be able to watch. And I'll be back tomorrow after work. We'll talk about the second and third rounds. We'll talk about what the Eagles do. So, very excited. Hope to see you guys throughout these next few days. Oh, come hard. Let's go, dude. I need it. I need it. Let's go. Dun. Come on. Detroit's pick is him. Three more picks, and then we're up. West Milton days. That's wild, bro. Been a long time, dude. Been a long time. Hope all is still going well, my friend. I'm running on fumes if you guys can't tell. I'm trying to just come on. What are you saying, Simmons and Eagle? Yeah, like I've said, continuously, I think after the draft, you sign him. The comp pick formula isn't messed with, and then, yeah, man, I still think he's going to be an Eagle. So you don't have to, take a safety here. And that's why I've mentioned Amon Ware and Watts and guys that are great, but maybe if they fall, you take them. I don't know that you have to in the first round, like a lot of people were talking, because, like we mentioned, we don't know if some of these people are going to even be available as we see here. So it's unfortunate, a lot of these players we like that we can't get them all, but a lot of great players, man. Stay excited. I promise you. Tyreek Williams, yes. Okay, give me 2 seconds here, guys. 2 seconds. I'll be right back. We got 3 picks. Ho, ho, ho. Right back. Oh, I'm trying to stay calm, trying to stay patient here. For the love of the Lord. Oh my gosh. Josh Connerly. Okay, folks, we're getting closer. 2 more picks and then we're up. Here we go. Appreciate you, Tiffany. But okay, so Jihad Campbell is still there. Trey Amos, Emmanuel, there's a bouquet. There's a Zirke. Man. Man. Oh my. My heart's already pounding. I can feel it, dude. Just. Oh my. Almost up. Oh my heart is pounding. Trying to stay patient here and calm. Stupid ass Bills and Chiefs. Hurry. Oh my lord. Watch how he's gonna like trade out and then just like, man, great time. Yeah. Right offer comes along, you never know, but there's a lot of talented players here that I would not mind having. Hearts pounding. Hearts pounding. Let's go. Let's go. Yo, what's going on, Lil? Appreciate you tuning in, man. Hopefully you're trying to stay sane throughout this draft. Oh, my Lord. Come on, birds. Stupid Bills and Chiefs first. Come on. Just fast forward so I could do without all of these heart palpitations here. It'd be great. Come on now. Who cares about Laramie Towns? Oh man. Oh my. No, they took Josh Connerly. As you can see down there at the bottom ticker. But hey man, let's take a look at some of these. Yeah, it's killing me too, bro. I got some of these. I wanted to. Son of a. So I got safeties there, dude. Man, Jihad Campbell being there. Zeraku. Oh. Man. I mean, Nick Scarton's there. Oof. There's a lot of freaking talent still here, guys. Whether or not you want to take a shot on someone high upside, or maybe they have injury history or off the field stuff. Oh my gosh. What the hell? Man, I just need this to hurry up before my heart explodes. Man, I just mentioned there, like Mike Green is really freaking talented, man. I wish that stuff wasn't true and maybe they did some digging on him and they found out. I would be happy as hell if that were the case. There is just so much talent, though. I really don't think you can go wrong here. All right, guys, who are you hoping for here? Only a couple picks away. Who is the guy you are hoping the Eagles take at pick 32 here and that the Bills and the Chiefs just go ahead and pass on? How we feeling, Birds fans? All right. Eagles are on the clock. They traded up. Who are we taking here, dude? Here we go, baby. Here we go. All right. All right. Who are we taking here, folks? Let me know. I'm losing my effing mind. Oh, okay. So we traded up with the Bills here. Or we traded to 31. I guess with the Chiefs. 32. Eagles are trading 32 and 164 to move up one spot in front of the Chiefs there. Just swap places with them. No doubt. So I guess the Bills are going to do their thing, and we'll see whatever the Eagles are thinking here. We'll have to wait to see what goes down with these shitbirds first. Bills show.
The NFL is stepping up to have an even greater impact as the wishmakers to make a wish. For the second time tonight, we have the opportunity to grant a wish for a deserving young man to announce his first pick for his favorite team. Tommy.
Oh, my heart is pounding. At least we know we're not trading back or anything, right?
Tommy is a 16-year-old living with a neuromuscular
So,
disorder. He's a huge Buffalo Bills fan, and he's here with me to make the announcement for his beloved Bills. Let's go Buffalo! With the 30th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Buffalo Bills select Maxwell Harrison. Let's go! Let's go with Brian. We told you, hey, corner might be in the position of need. We said that he could be the guy, and sure enough, is the player out.
So beating the Super Bowl and get you to give us your pick. Sometime today. This would be great. All right. I hate those noises. All right, guys, who are we taking here? Holy shit, we're taking Jihad Campbell, dude. Oh my God, we are taking Jihad Campbell, linebacker out of Alabama. Are you shitting me? Let's effing go, baby. Let's effing go. We just moved up a pick to get Jihad Campbell. We talked about this kid. Can play off ball, can play on the edge. He is a freak of nature. You now give Vic Fangio another weapon. Somebody like Zach Bond with that versatile skill set that now Nakobe Dean with his injury, whatever it is, dude, you just got a weapon on this deep. Holy shenanigans. The streak ends here, baby, and I'm all about it. Jihad Campbell, welcome to the Philadelphia Eagles. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? How did he just fall? We just got Jihad Campbell, baby. We just got Jihad Campbell. The Philadelphia Eagles, Vic Fangio, just got Jihad Campbell. NFL, you just went ahead and done effed up. Oh my God. The Eagles just got Jihad Campbell. The Eagles just got Jihad Campbell. I can't stress enough to you how fantastic that truly is. Let's effing go, birds. Oh my God. Oh, my sweet baby back, Jesus. We got Jihad Campbell. We just drafted Jihad. We just drafted Jihad Campbell. Let's effing go. Let's effing go. Let's effing go. Let's effing go. Oh my God, let's go. Let's go. Jihad Campbell. The Eagles just got Jihad Campbell. We just got Jihad Campbell. We got Jihad Campbell. Let's effing go, Vaughn, my man. Let's go, Duke. Let's go, Dashay. Harrison can have it. Campbell is very good. Howie effing Roseman. You son of a bitch. I love you. Oh, Howie, I love you. We just got, oh my God. Bro. You're a little behind there, Koch's mom. Yeah, we traded and we took Jihad Campbell. Sorry if you weren't tuned in here, but yeah, I'm not sure if your stream's behind. I know a lot of people's are. Sorry if I'm ruining that or anything, but yeah, that's pretty effing awesome. So, oh my God. Yeah, Jihad Campbell. Jihad Campbell. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we did it. We survived all the way through. And look, I think that's an amazing pick. That's just making this defense even scarier. And I really can't wait. This dude is an effing stud. So, yeah, I can't wait. No, Koch's mom, we just selected Jihad Campbell. So let's go. Let's effing go. 6'3", 235. Oh, yes. Pure awesome. I can't. He's only 21 years old, dude. This is a fantastic. And he's from Jersey, like I mentioned earlier. But a fantastic pick. Good job, Howie Roseman. You son of a bitch. You do it again. Like I knew you would. So. Sorry, I'm trying to create these graphics here. Really excited here. What the hell is going on here? Sorry, guys. This thing is being a real Sacagawea. Please, for the love of God, stop doing this. Man, I can't believe we just got Jihad Campbell. That is pretty awesome, dude. Let me know how you're feeling about it, though, folks. You as excited as I am? I'm ready to run through a wall. I don't know if you can't hear me, Koch's mom, but we took Jihad Campbell, that 31st pick. So yes, I still can't believe it, man. I think he's pretty clearly, one of the better players in this draft. And we've talked about what he could do for the Eagles, and we're about to find out. So I'm all about it. Yeah, dude, he can do it all, man. He can rush, he can cover. I think you have a good time with Vic Fangio. Zach Bond teaching him, Nico Dean. I think he's going to be awesome, dude. Yeah, dude, he's only 21 years old, so you got to realize, like, this dude, the sky's the limit for him. And I told you, I like him over Jalen Walker. I think this dude is Busted. Let's effing go. What a freaking pick it is, my friend. Holy shit. And I told you, no matter what we do here, probably going to be pretty happy because, well, yep, got a stud. That's awesome. All right, guys. Well, it was fun hanging out with you guys tonight. I will be back tomorrow. I will be making a little breakdown video here, briefly talking about Jihad Campbell, just because I like to do that with all of our picks in case anybody just, trying to watch a video on him instead of listening to me for everything else. But holy hell, I cannot believe we just got Jihad Campbell, dude. So yeah, check out that show. I'll add him to the depth chart. I'll show you some stuff. We'll talk about it. Yeah, I'm excited. Go effing Birds. But let me know. You have any final thoughts? Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, that's so annoying. Please stop that. All right. I'll sit there. Now I gotta go whip up some graphics and I'll be back to talk about this, but I'll be back tomorrow with another live stream. We'll go through everything. We talked about it. So many great players that would be added to this defense in this draft that there's just so much talent there and offense. So the people that are freaking out already in off season, just stay patient. I think it'd get old at some point, but stay patient. Howie Roseman knows what he's doing. Let's go whoop some ass here, maybe. Yes, Jihad Campbell is a Philadelphia Eagle. And I can't stress enough how exciting that is. So Josh Simmons goes to the Chiefs. That is how the draft ends. But let's have a go Birds, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. If you need anything, reach out. If you're watching this later, you want to talk about the draft, you watch the video later, leave some stuff. I love you guys. I will be back tomorrow. That video will be posted tonight. So I love you guys. Have a great rest of your night. If you enjoyed this, like this bad boy, share this bad boy, subscribe down below. But until next time, I'm Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. Jihad Campbell is a Philadelphia Eagle. You all stay safe out there, and as always, say it with me now. Go Birds!